Welcome. This is Coach Nathan, former college coach. March Madness has arrived. March never fails to deliver in college basketball. Today, let's take a deep dive into this year's Sweet 16. I want you to gain insight into those matchups that are going to decide who wins and advances to the Elite Eight. Make sure you like this video. Comment below with your thoughts and your opinions, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so that way you don't miss out anything in the college basketball world. For our first matchup, let's go to the West region, the number 1 seed, Gonzaga versus the number 4 seed, Arkansas. Gonzaga thus far has been tested. Andrew Nembhard was the key in pulling out that close victory against the Memphis Tigers. Gonzaga has arguably the best front court in college basketball. They have the unicorn Chet Holmgren, who is an elite rim protector. Arkansas's only chance in this matchup is going to be their ability to get to the free throw line. The head of the operation, the head of the snake from Arkansas' standpoint is JT Note. Leads the team in minutes, leads the team in points, field goal attempts, three-point attempts, assists, steals. He is a high-level all-SEC performer, and they're going to have to figure out a way to get Drew Timme in multiple ball screen coverages, get him in foul trouble. If you can get him off the court, that immediately improves your chances defensively to get stops. And if you can draw Chet Holmgren away from the rim, because his ability to impact shots in the paint is the best in the country. But when it's all said and done, the front line is too strong. The quality of depth, the lack of depth on Arkansas' standpoint, Gonzaga pulls out a hard-fought victory, but in the last 5 minutes they pull away with the strength of their guards and their inside scoring. For our second matchup in the West region, we have the 2 seed in Duke versus the 3 seed in Texas Tech. Will this be Coach K's final game? Is his team going to go out in this year's Sweet 16? In Duke, you have one of the best offensive teams in America. They have one of the best scorers in Paolo Banchero, a top 3 future NBA draft pick. Their Achilles heel is their ability to hit threes from the perimeter, but they make up for it by applying a ton of pressure and their ability to drive. So when they put the ball on the floor, it is really tough to keep them out of the paint. Now let's look at Texas Tech. One of, if not the best defensive teams. Their defense is predicated on no middle. They're going to apply pressure, deny. Their number 1 task is do not let the ball get inside of the paint. Offensively, they have too many limitations. Defensively, as tough and as tenacious as they are, it won't be enough to make up for the offensive abilities that Duke's going to bring to the table. And Duke is going to advance to the Elite Eight, setting up Coach K versus Mark Few. Let's head to the East region where we have the number 4 seed UCLA matching up with the 8 seed North Carolina. North Carolina is entering this matchup with a really hot hand. They have the big 3 of Armando Bacot, Brady Manick, and RJ Davis. North Carolina is one of the best rebounding teams. They're willing and able to get out in transition, so they're going to look to increase the tempo, force UCLA into their style of play. UCLA, they're not elite in any category, but they don't have a weakness. They take care of the ball. That's going to be one of the most important, if not the most important things in this matchup. Point guard Tiger Campbell runs the flow, doesn't get sped up. He's shown an ability late that he can be a late shot clock self-creator. Will be the difference, and UCLA is going to repeat going back to the Elite Eight. For our second matchup in the East region, let's break down the 3 seed Purdue versus this year's Cinderella, the 15 seed St. Peter's. St. Peter's is tough. We've seen from Coach Holloway in his post-game interviews, they're going to back down to no one. Offensively, St. Peter's, they run great actions. The back cutting, the spacing, lifting their offense. From Purdue's standpoint, they have the 2-headed monster inside. 7'4" Zach Edey and Travion Williams, who's one of the best post players in all of the Big Ten. Biggest assets they have is Jaden Ivey, a top 3, top 5 NBA draft pick who is an absolute nightmare out in transition. We've loved watching Jersey City get all the attention and Coach Holloway Well deserved, but the Cinderella run ends at the Sweet 16. Purdue advances to the Elite Eight with a chance to the Final Four. Let's head to the Midwest region where we have the 1 seed Kansas facing off against the 4 seed Providence. Providence sits here after throttling Richmond. They're a tough, gritty Big East team that's going to make Kansas earn it. If it comes down to the last couple possessions, one of the best teams to pull out those games decided by 5 points or less. However, in our opinion, this game will not be decided on the last couple possessions. Kansas has an elite offense. They have one of the best scorers in all of the country in Ochai Agbaji. They were the best three-point shooting team in the Big 12. Remy Martin, the transfer from Arizona State, came in with really high expectations. Well, he's been the leading scorer in the 2 NCAA tournament games. Kansas heading back to the Elite Eight with their shot to return to the Final Four. The other matchup in the Midwest region is our double-digit seeds facing off against each other. 10 seed Miami versus 11 seed Iowa State. Miami's backcourt, they're veterans, they're old, they're able to get out and get steals and force transition points, so they led the ACC in defensive steal percentage. Cameron McGusty, one of the best scorers in the ACC. Iowa State coming into this matchup is one of the premier defensive teams in all of the country. They have the Penn State transfer, Isaiah Brockington, 17 points a game. He's able to score and create his own shot. I love the defense that Iowa State brings to the table, but in a toss-up game, I'm going to trust that Miami's going to be able to generate enough offense with their backcourt, get enough steals in transition where Miami advances to the Elite Eight. Let's head to the South region. The 2 seed Villanova versus the 11 seed Michigan. For Michigan, it all revolves around 7'1" Hunter Dickinson, a 3-level scorer who can hurt you on the perimeter with his ability to shoot and his ability to score in the paint with his back to the basket. On the flip side, you have Villanova. Coach Jay Wright has built arguably the best culture in all of college basketball. Are they willing and able to switch Colin Gillespie onto Hunter Dickinson and Moussa Diabate? For Villanova, their ability to shoot from the perimeter. Michigan also has problems with Devontae Jones. Is he healthy enough to play? Their ability to draw fouls, get to the free throw line in a close possession game, and they're converting at an 82% clip. Villanova pulls it out and advances to the Elite Eight. For the other matchup in the South region, we have the 1 seed in Arizona versus the 5 seed in Houston. Arizona was just dominated on the offensive glass by TCU, giving up 20 offensive rebounds. If Arizona is not improved in that area, that is your recipe for an upset and the number 1 seed to go down in the South region. This matchup comes down to offensive rebounds. Can you limit Houston to 1 shot? You can't give up 20 plus offensive rebounds in this matchup. The offensive shot making of Benedict Mathurin, the Pac-12 Player of the Year, is going to be too much, and Houston's inability to convert at the free throw line is going to be the difference. Arizona moving on to the Elite Eight.